Welcome back to the Fantasy Price Check. Today we're going to be talking about Le'Veon Bell. Is Le'Veon Bell going to bust in 2020 or is he a value pick? We're going to get into that right now. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want more price checks like this one so you can hashtag win the draft. Le'Veon Bell is currently being drafted in the middle of the 4th round as the RB20 off the board. He is currently being drafted after Chris Carson and Jonathan Taylor and ahead of David Johnson and Mark Ingram. Last year, Le'Veon Bell was drafted in the 1st round as his 7th overall pick, and he finished as the RB17 in half-point PPR and the RB21 in points per game. Here are his 2019 stats. He played in 15 games. He had 245 carries, 789 rushing yards, 78 targets, 66 receptions, 461 receiving yards, and 4 total touchdowns, 3 rushing and 1 receiving. Bell was considered a bust last year as he was drafted in the 1st round and failed to finish inside the top 15. The two biggest issues for Le'Veon Bell last year were his lack of touchdowns and his inefficiency. Last year, he had a 3.2 yards per carry average, which was the worst of his career. He was getting volume, though. He had 245 carries. However, those 245 carries just netted him 789 rushing yards. Just to put that dismal yards per carry average into perspective, his yards per carry average was worse than David Montgomery, Devonta Freeman, and David Johnson, who all had lousy seasons. Bell's 789 rushing yards ranked 24th in the league. And the Jets rarely saw the red zone. Bell ranked 33rd in red zone rushing attempts last year. The only saving grace for Le'Veon Bell last year was his work in the receiving game, which gave him a safe week-to-week floor. Last year, among running backs, he ranked 7th in targets and 7th in receptions. If you drafted Le'Veon Bell last year, you probably still have a bad taste in your mouth and will not be drafting him again this year. However, does his ADP in the 4th round make him a good value pick this year? With Le'Veon Bell in the 4th round, you are getting a running back that is going to see 250 carries and 80 targets. At that point in the draft, there are not many running backs that are going to get that type of volume. The only other guys that are going to see that type of volume are David Johnson, James Conner, and David Montgomery. I'm still concerned about the Jets offense and the Jets offensive line. The Jets' offensive line ranked 28th last year according to Pro Football Focus. However, the addition of their 1st-round draft pick and offensive tackle Mekhi Becton is going to be a huge boost for their offensive line. Just to state how bad the Jets' offense was last year, they ranked dead last in yards per game and ranked 2nd to last in points per game. However, we can all hope that Sam Darnold takes a leap in his 3rd year. Darnold did have a few solid games to close the season. However, I don't think he's anywhere close to entering the conversation as a top 10 quarterback just yet. We all know that Le'Veon Bell is not going to produce numbers like he did on the Steelers, and his best days are behind him. However, is he going to be a good value pick in the 4th round? As a 4th round pick, I view Le'Veon Bell as a very safe and solid running back 2 that can offer running back 1 upside in the event the Jets offense is able to take a step forward this year. At this point in the draft, you have a tough decision to make. The guys that are consideration here are Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, James Conner, and Mark Ingram. This is the right tier for Le'Veon Bell to be in. These are the potential workhorse running backs that have question marks, whether it be due to their age or injury history. I'm definitely taking David Johnson over Le'Veon Bell. I'm also intrigued with Devin Singletary's upside, and we're going to be dropping a price check on him very soon, so be sure to subscribe. I'm also concerned with Conner's durability, but I do expect the Steelers to commit to him as a workhorse as long as he's healthy. I currently have Bell and Conner back-to-back in my rankings, and I also see J.K. Dobbins eating into and threatening Mark Ingram's workload. I would rank this group David Johnson, Le'Veon Bell, James Conner, Mark Ingram, Devin Singletary. We're going to be getting into their price checks soon, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get theirs later. Le'Veon Bell is fairly priced. I cannot get excited about him due to his low touchdowns, lack of efficiency, bad offense, and bad offensive line, but he is a value pick that is going to get a lot of volume and offers a very safe floor. He's going to get 250 carries and 80 targets, which is very hard to come by in the 4th round. He's a safe pick, but not an exciting pick. In the 4th round, I'm probably going to pivot towards wide receiver and look at a guy like Calvin Ridley or A.J. Brown. Guys, if you like what we're doing on the channel, I want you to smash that like button and click subscribe. We're going to be coming out with these price checks all season long leading up to drafts. And if you want to check out other running back price checks that we've done in the past, I want you to click that playlist in the top of your screen. And I'll see you guys on the next one.